Hi and welcome to this new MediaMaster tutorial. Today we are going to show you the basics of our video mapper. To follow along with this course, make sure you are in video mapper mode. You do this by going to the preferences file and checking in the output tab that you are indeed in video mapper mode. Now you can open the video mapper, edit, video mapper, and there you go. In the video mapper interface you can see the alignment of the screens here, A1 and B1. We use two graphic cards, that's why we have an A1 and B1, otherwise it would be A1 and A2. The little white dot in front of the display name shows you that this screen will be used as an output. On this side of the application you can set the resolution of your screen, force resolution yes or no, and the frequency. You can also, if you have multiple screens that you want to make one big screen, put a custom resolution. This is also handy for LED walls. If all those settings are correct, you can then push the full screen button to toggle full screen. By default, when you open a new file, it will automatically create a surface. Of course, you can remove this one and create one yourself. If you push here, you create a square. If you push here, you create a triangle. Of course, now those are blank. If you want something in it, you can choose a test card, one of the test cards, or you can load an image from your own. Let's start with a new surface. We take a square surface to start, and if you double click here, you can rename it. Let's call it main. We are first going to focus on the output, so let's minimize the input. You can move your surface around, or you grab a point here and scale it a bit as you want. You can also use, if you know the exact values, enter the values right here. Of course, you can also rotate the surface. Now for more control to change the shape, you can also use the edit grid function. Now you can take a corner and move it along freely. If you need extra points for more control, you can add them horizontally, vertically, however you want, and then move those along. If you want even more precision than that, you can take a free point and place it exactly where you want and then move that around. There's not a limitation on the points, so you can add a lot of them. Let's remove some, because otherwise it's going to get a bit messy. If you want to move the points around with more precision, you can also use your arrow keys on your keyboard, and then they are moving around with more precision than your mouse. For now we only used straight lines, but of course you can also make curved lines. So you can choose here to make everything curved around that point, or say no, I want the left line curved but the right line straight, so you can do that. Curved lines are marked in blue. Let's remove some of the points to show you another functionality, and that is the masking. You can also use masks, therefore you open the mask, choose one, open, and there you go, you have a mask. When you have your mask, you can invert the mask or put it to black or transparent. You don't see the difference here because I don't have anything behind it, but if there's something behind, it will be transparent, it will be visible. Alright, let's talk a bit about the input panel. Here you will decide the sampling area, so you will decide what you are going to show in your output surface. Let's explain this with a little example. Let's imagine you have three surfaces like this. A little trick and tip and trick on the way, you can just copy paste surfaces. So if you just copy and paste, it's way more easy to make the same surface more than once. There you go. Hup. So now if you want a certain part of your content in a certain part of your surface, you can just select the surface and move here the sides to decide what you are showing in your output. To do this way more easy, you can just select it, click match output shape, and it will automatically select it. If you want to see what is already selected, you can just click the show all button and you will see these are already done. Third one, match output shape, and there you go. Alright, let's use what we've learned so far in a real life example. I will first create one surface for the background, hide it by using the eye icon next to the surface, and then create a first surface for a small piece of the panels. Copy that 3 times so I have the full panel, then copy the full panel over so I have all the panels, and then we can have some fun with some visuals on it. I will now quickly rename all the surfaces so we know which one is which, and then use the match output shape function to get everything correctly mapped. Now that the mapping is done, you can simply close the video mapper and your work will be saved automatically, or if you want to make sure you have a backup, you can also export it using the file export function. Now that we're back in MediaMaster, what we will do is go to the output section and create a new group. We will name that group shapes. There we go. And in that group we will put all surfaces that are from a shape, so that's everything except the background. Alright, we close that down, and now we can here select one for the background and then one for the shapes. And then if I go full screen, you will see that happening. There you go. Here I show you what can be done if there is custom content created. So we have custom content created especially for these forms. So then you can just take your image and map it this way. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next tutorial.